in terms of like actually putting it to the chatters, there were also some questions about that. Like, how do we make sure, like, we have this cool idea of working with the whales, but like, how do you actually give it to the chatters? Do you remember like what the questions about that were?
Like we were having a problem that is basically trying to make them see the subscribers as a long-term thing. You know, like they just want the new subs, as I said on the beginning, and trying to give them like the thing, okay, but the guy will spend later, or that like already happened, but they just want basically the new subs, and that's kind of my fault because of that, because I don't have the rules, I would say, you know, to make not that happen, at least that often, and yeah, that's it.
What do you mean with the rules?
Like sometimes if they break some rules, sometimes they know that nothing will happen, you know? So that's something that, we already spoke about the point system or strike system, but yeah, sometimes I feel sorry for them, like, or they think that I just want their salary or something like that. So yeah, like I try to give them the motivation a lot of times. And what I'm starting doing, that I already did, was start replacing the team. Okay, if they don't follow the rules, and it's just better to hire someone new, so explain the rules, and then that person needs to work with that rules, basically.
Yeah. And to be fair, like I originally when people tell me like, yeah, my employees or my chatters, like they don't do basic shit, my first reaction is always to say like, bro, just fucking fire them. Like it's grown ass man not being able to send shift reports, for example, right? Like at some point you gotta sacrifice those. But on the other hand, like of course, if you don't give them the impression that it's important, you can't be that pissed off about them. You know, if I tell you, bro, can you bring me a glass of water? And you're like, not bringing me. And then I'm like, why the fuck didn't you bring me? You'd be like, bro, like, didn't know it was about that deep, you know? Like, if I told you, bro, please bring me a glass of water. It's super important. I'm going to check on you in 5 minutes if it's here. And you're going to be like, all right, I'm going to bring it, you know? So like the way we want to go about it there is we want to make sure that we're like up their fucking ass about it, right? So the basic SOP for it, like if I talk about my own agency, I can give you an anecdote, but I had this one marketing employee that for reference, right? For our Instagram Reels, we have a checklist, everything that needs to be there, like a hook, it needs to be aesthetically pleasing, every second needs to be interesting, you remember, right? And he always forgot to give the model instructions for our outfits, because obviously he should tell her what to wear because he has access to like all the clothes, whatever. And he forgot it every single time. And I told him, I gave him a warning. I was like, bro, you're a grown ass man. You're like 23 years old. And I know he's watching this. And I was like, you're a grown ass man. Like you have a literal instruction. What's happening, right? He's like, yeah, I'm going to do it. He didn't do it. So I was like, I was thinking about firing him. But then I was like, you know what? I know he's good, but there's something missing. So I hopped on a call with him, and this is like what you can copy for every chatter, every supervisor as well. And I hopped on it and I framed the call the right way. So I told him, hey, you've been working for me for like, I think at this point, 1.5 years. I want to keep you in the company. But in order for you to stay in the company, you need to stop doing this. You need to start doing that, and you need to keep doing this. And in this call, I don't want to bash you. I just want to find a solution for you to, from now on, do this. I want you to help me. So like, then you ask him a few questions. So why didn't you send it? Couldn't you just done this? Then he's like, yeah, I had to go. And like, I was asking him, okay, how long does it take to write this instruction? He's like, yeah, it takes 10 seconds. I was like, all right, were you in that much of a hurry that you didn't have 10 seconds? He's like, no. It's like, fair enough. So what needs to happen? So we get there, get his commitment. So like, okay, I'm going to do it from now. And from then on, I just said, bro, since you wanted to be Mr. Independent, you didn't want to do your job. Okay, from now on, we're going to have a 15-minute daily meeting, 6 a.m. sharp. I know you hate waking up early, just to piss you off. And every single morning, we're going to look through your list yesterday and look through if the instructions are there. And we're going to keep doing this until it's dialed in. And he hated me for it. But like, what's the saying? I think it takes 7 days to build a habit. Bro, after like 1.5 weeks, like he never forgot one ever again.